Hello, why am I here? Why is anybody here? Because we were all born and we were living here on this planet and we all got here and that's why we're here. I am a YouTube creator, I guess, now. I'm not really sure what I'm doing all the time. I'm not really sure where I'm going all the time, but right now is a time for me to apparently post videos on YouTube about role-playing games. I have played role-playing games for a really long time, and I've always liked to make videos, and I thought, why can't another white chubby guy join the fray here, you know? Like, every millennial now wants to be a YouTube or, you know, Instagram creator or whatnot, or influencer, whatever you want to call them. And Gen Z wants to be on TikTok, and Gen Alpha wants to be Skibbity Toilet. So, I want to be a YouTuber. I think it's no secret that since I'm making YouTube videos, that's really what my dream goal is. A little bit about myself. I have been playing tabletop and computer role-playing games for a very long time, since I was about 13 years old. And I think that there's something about that that's translatable to an entertainment on YouTube, especially since Baldur's Gate 3 came out. I've been playing it nonstop for the past 6 months or so. I've even got my wife playing it with me now. No, there will not be a My Wife Plays BG3 for the first time video. We've barely gotten through the first 2 hours of Act 1 in about 3 play sessions, so she's still learning the ropes, and I think that it would be... You've seen that content before, so I guess really, at the end of the day, what this is about is, why am I here? What am I bringing to the table? Well, I'm interested in the difficulty of these games. I'm interested in challenge modes, like honor mode, and I'm into the humor and all that. And I also just think that there's something about how I think about D&D that I think is unique, and I think I bring to the table. Like, I'm not obsessed with lore. Lore and... You know, I don't know everything about Faerun. I don't know everything about every single D&D setting there is. But I do know enough about the rules, and I know enough about the way that these games work to know that it's all about storytelling, and it's all about being a part of the story that your DM wants to tell. And making your DM story go off the rails is also kind of fun sometimes, as long as your DM is okay with that. But I also like these single-player games because... Actually, one of the things that I'm kind of interested in is eventually trying my hand at a little bit of voice acting. Right now, I know that what I have on file here for you to see on this channel is not the best voice acting, especially compared to the actors that are in these videos, the people that are actually doing the voice acting in BG3. So, like, I understand that I'm sort of like entering a space in which I have done none of the practice, none of the legwork. I made one video a long time ago when I was in high school, the Holy Wars music video that I created. So basically, we were tasked with talking about a period in medieval history, a specific thing that happened in medieval history, and making a video about it. So we took Holy Wars by Megadeth, put a stop motion Lego video over that, and I got like 3,000 views by like 2012. And back then I was like, yeah, maybe one day I'll start a YouTube. And that just kind of went into the back of my mind for years and years and years. And then about 8 years later, it's the pandemic, it's 2020. Everybody's trying to figure out things to do that they can do at home, ways to not think about the pandemic. So I started a Minecraft YouTube, which you can check out. It's in the links in my profile, Grimgar. And so that was going pretty well until I started to realize that having a Minecraft channel is kind of hard. It's like being given this big box of Legos and say, hey, make something new and compelling out of this every week. And so, yeah, I just kind of burned out on that. I still like Minecraft a lot. I'm still planning to make content on that channel. But it's slow going, and so I can't really hack it at this point because the ideas just aren't there. But with a game like Baldur's Gate 3, you know, you've got this endless sea of different rabbit holes that go down, and every playthrough is going to be a little bit different from the last. And this honor mode really gives me an opportunity to be like, okay, if it gets royally screwed up here, If I have a TPK, I can just restart. And I have no qualms with restarting. This game is amazing. Act 1 is amazing. And I just really love role-playing games. I'm kind of rambling at this point, but essentially, there's a second part of this, which is everybody on YouTube now is like, their personality is in some way injected into their content, right? And I haven't really done that yet, you know? Like, is there a compelling reason to subscribe to me over anybody else? And I think I need to just like actually put myself out there like this in my channel intro, and it's going to be something similar probably that's going to go into my videos over time. I'm going to try to interject more of myself in green screen setting. But yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. You know, I'm really just trying to cultivate my own presence on YouTube. All right, so anyway, the bottom line is I have more money in my life than I've ever had before, but that I'm also paying off a lot of debt from the pandemic. When I'm done paying off that debt, I really want to double down and invest more in the things that will make this easier and will enable me to show you more of the things I'm interested in. And one of those things is the Moog grandmother synthesizer, which I do not own yet, but I'm already planning on buying it because why not? It's a modular synthesizer. It's on the lower end of the Moog property line, the Moog product line, I should say. But I want to make music. I want to make royalty-free music for me and my friends to use, but also to post on this channel and get feedback on. So just like little jams and stuff. So that might be coming soon in the future. You know, this is not just a channel introduction. It's a little bit of a roadmap, I should say, of my channel, what I want to accomplish. I just want to fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest, a lot of times people will start off with a very little small vision, and then it changes into something else. And so I'm open to that as well. And I'm open to hearing about your experiences with D&D and how it's affected, you know, your personal relationships, how it's strengthened your ties to your friends. And just, you know, if you have any stories about your own first times with D&D, that would be great. I do want to end on that note. I think it's funny because even though I'm not a mathematical or even like scientific mind, I'm more of a creative mind. And I think it's funny because like I was not discouraged from my first RPG experience, which was my brother was playing a Gundam Wing fantasy RPG in text on a forum. And I remember I joined it because I convinced him to let me on the forum. As soon as I get on there, like, my first post was like, I think somebody was like attacking my character or something was happening. And I was like, well, their bullets would just stop floating. They just start floating in space because bullets don't work in space. So yeah, I think ever since then, that's part of why I haven't been so much of a rules meister during games, because I want people to be creative. And what happened to me at that time was I just got chewed out about how stupid that was. And so I think instead we need to not gatekeep and be so nerdy. I think that's maybe not nerdy, but just not be so cruel about our nerdiness, you know, like, oh my God, how could you be so stupid? I think we need to open this space up more for more people. And so I'm on that bandwagon. I've gone on a lot longer than I should have, but that's basically encapsulates everything that I want to do with this channel so far. I'm Nathan, also known as Grimgar RPG. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content and more of me in front of a green screen or whatever the hell it is that I come up with. I'm here for the long haul. I'm going to experiment and create some fun, exciting things. So yeah, peace out.